Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Jeff Campbell, and I'm the fortunate director to be the what am I? My name is Jeff Campbell, and I am proud to say that I am the fortunate director of this brand new musical called Parktown, a historical comedy. First of all, I'd like to thank the North Olmsted Methodist Church for allowing us to be here. Round of applause. Also, I'd like to thank the cast and crew for all the wonderful hours of dedicated preparation and work. So, nice job. I'd like to thank Keith Barrett for writing a wonderful script. Also, I'd like to thank Josh Landis. Big shout out to Josh Landis, who is choreographer, for making the music come to life. Also, I'd like to don't forget, it is Dollar Dog Night. If you are hungry, there'll be hot dogs and concessions during the intermission. Just make sure you turn your flashes off. Any photographs, go ahead and post on Facebook or Twitter. Also, just have a great time. One more show to go. One more show. See if we can fill it up tomorrow. This is an interactive show, so you can laugh and have fun. It's not. You don't have to stay quiet in there. So, without further ado, I now present to you Parktown. Woo!
Council Resolution 11-19 is approved. So, folks, we're going to have new flower boxes along Center Road, and long overdue, I might add. Believe me, everyone, this will greatly improve people's impression of Parktown as they drive down Route 14.
Flower boxes, those things have been there as long as I can remember.
Flower boxes are what people remember about Parktown.
When I think about it, what do I remember about Parktown? For that matter, what does anyone remember about Parktown?
I see that is the end of old business, and there appears to be no new business on the agenda. So the floor is now open for residents to voice any concerns they may have. Is there anyone who'd like to speak? Oh, well, okay, Jim, you have 2 minutes.
Yeah, I grew up here. I know everybody here. For instance, this is Dan Billings. He and I were best friends growing up. Inseparable, really. We had lunch together every single day at school. He's the mayor now. Has been for a while. Over here we have city council. They haven't really changed much, unfortunately. Oh, Harry Fisk. He's the president of city council. He's been a long-time family friend. Over here we have, okay, well, over here we have, okay, well, maybe I don't quite know as many people as I thought I did. Well, I know most people here. You're going to find that things don't really change much here in Parktown. If this city had a slogan, it would be status quo forever. You know, you go away for 20, 30 years and you think things would change. Things get better maybe, but so far that's not been my experience. But now I'm back and I got some ideas that are going to change this town. Growing up here, it seems long ago, in this town that's mired in the status quo. Changes in years hasn't changed one bit. I'm stuck here now from the looks of it. This town's a part of me, it's never left my heart. Now I'm back, it's hard to see where I need to start. Back home in Parktown. At my school school friends, I wish them well. Now I'm back in town thinking, what the heck? The leaders here, they don't have a clue. They've led for years, don't know what to do. This town's a part of me, it's never left my heart. Ooh, now I'm back, it's hard to see where I need to start back home in Parktown. My name is Jim Hewlett, 1423 Willow Street at these meetings. At these meetings and around the city, there has been discussion about how we can attract more visitors and grow some of the local businesses in Parktown, like Mike's Antique Mall and Sue's Soup and Sandwich. I would like to suggest that we explore the idea to have some type of celebration for our bicentennial next year to build awareness of Parktown, its history, and bring in people from neighboring communities.
I hate to ruin your plan, Jim, but you know, the city's only about 110 years old.
Well, that's true, but well, next year will be the 200th anniversary of Charles Park settling here. His presence as a settler here was instrumental to bringing in other farmers and eventually to build a community that we know as Parktown today. I would like to suggest a celebration next August before the county fair to present a show for the community to learn about how this city grew up from its humble beginnings.
But how's that going to bring people into the city?
Well, Statler had their bicentennial last year, and it brought in over 60,000 people in just one weekend. I hear that people still visit town and stay in a hotel just because of all the history they learned about the city. I think we could stand to bone up on our own history around here.
Jim. You know, planning a festival like that takes a lot of time and money, and we've already invested a lot of improvements to Parktown to make it more welcoming.
Flower pots and upgraded street signs are really great, but do they really make people stop and want to look around or even ever come back again?
Thank you for your suggestion, Jim. I just don't think this type of exercise is going to be any benefit to the people or city of Parktown.
Mr. Mayor, may I remind you this is city council's meeting? Thank you, Jim, for your suggestion, and we will discuss this further at our next meeting. In the meantime, maybe you can find out more about that other celebration you mentioned. Perhaps you can get in touch with someone from Statler and find out more about what they did and whether they may have some suggestions for us. Well, there appears to be nothing else, so under council rules and without objection, I hereby declare this meeting adjourned. Thanks for coming, folks, and be real careful driving home tonight.
Jim, that was such a good idea. My sister-in-law, Jerry Williamson, is a local historian. You can find her home any evenings. I've got her card right here, and you can give her a call. You know, when it comes to local history, she'll talk your ear off.
Thank you, Mrs.
Williamson, Janice Williamson.
Thank you, Miss Wilson. I will give her a call.
You're welcome.
I'm so glad you spoke up. We need a fresh voice on city council.
Well, yeah, city council. I think he should run for mayor.
You are so right. Hey, can you serve on the planning committee?
We've been waiting for the town to do something, you came along. We need more than flower boxes, we know you're not wrong. It's about time to get things done. We look to you as the special one. Who are you to come to a meeting making so clear? We're all thinking you should be a leader around here. It's about time to get things done. We welcome you back like a prodigal son.
The swings need to be replaced along Central Park.
Can you stop my neighbor's dog from barking after dark?
There's a giant pothole down at Windermere in Maine.
There's a weird smell coming from my downstairs basement drain.
You are gonna run for mayor, aren't you?
What? No!
It's about time to get things done. We look to you as the special one. We're so glad you came back home. We're asking you to stay. Bring us more of those fresh ideas. Don't get scared away. We're standing here to say we're with you all the way.
Oh, hey, Dan. I just wanted to...
Listen, I'm not opposed to all this history stuff. I just don't think that spending time and money chasing a one-time carnival for this town is a good use of our limited resources.
Well, I don't really think it'll use much in the way of resources, Dan. I mean, we spent a lot of more money on worse ideas. It would probably bring in a lot of visitors. We could do a play or a show. The Bicentennial.
Stop! I don't go for that kind of stuff. Listen, you're going to find people around here aren't much interested in history. You're just going to be wasting your time.
Well, think about it, okay, Dan? Mary? Is it still...
It is.
Wow, it's been a long time. If I remember, you were the Barbie expert, everything pink, right?
Oh, I guess I was.
You used to have one of these big Barbie head things, and you'd always color the hair all pink and then shave it off.
I can't believe you remember that. Well, I've moved on. I do people's hair now.
What, coloring it pink or shaving it off?
Neither. Well, actually, sometimes. But usually just traditional old hairstyling.
Here in Parktown.
Oh yeah, I have a shop in the plaza down the street. Well, how about you? You just couldn't stay away from this bustling metropolis, huh?
I moved back, actually. My mother died, and I'm taking care of her things.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. We were expecting it.
Well, I actually have to be going, but would you like to get coffee sometime?
I'd love to. But wait. Didn't you always tell us you were strictly chocolate milk?
Well, I guess my taste has matured as I've gotten older.
All right, I'll give you a call.
All right, take care.
Okay. Oh, your phone number.
Tim, excuse me. Are you the one that sang that bicentennial song a few minutes ago?
Yeah, you ain't hear it? The Bicentennial. The Bicentennial.
You need help.
I do need help.
Wow. There's a lot of stuff up here. There must be a couple of generations of memories crammed in this attic. I wonder what I'll find. Besides spiders. You know, if there's anything valuable up here, I'm not sure I'd even find it. It's hard to know what you should do with stuff. Should we give it away or sell it or keep it?
Here's a lamp, give me $5 for it. I don't have another place to store it. I'll take credit, you can give me cash. If you don't buy, it's going in the trash. bid 20, got 20, need 30, bid 30, got 30, I'm looking for money. We're playing for keeps, so it's what you got to do. Gives me the blues, yeah, the treasure blues. Seems things mean something to someone. Some go back too long ago. It's up to us to inherit their trust, to save this stuff or no. Forgive me, Mama, I just don't know. Forgive me, Mama, I just don't know. Found advice, don't know what it does, but I hope that you'll buy it just because. Give me 5, I got 6, now who'll give me 7? Got 7 needed, I need 8, better make final bids to me now before it's too late. Sold to the man who was smiling on. I just hope I'm not getting ripped off. I've got the blues, yeah, the treasure blues.
Don't forget to pay the lady at the table in the back on the way out.
Oh, hey Trace, how long have you been up here?
Not too long. I just thought I'd get an early start before it got too hot up here.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what to do with all this stuff. Mom saved so much, you never let me touch any of it. You were the older sister, you she could trust.
Not really. I was only up here a few times before she passed, mostly to get the holiday decorations.
I'm sure all of this stuff meant something to them at some point in time. Were Mom and Dad like garbage pickers or something? I can't believe all this stuff is theirs. Ours. No, theirs.
Well, I started trying to organize things. I found some stuff that looked like family history. It had some postcards and pictures and stuff like that. So I put that in a box over there. There's some clocks and some trinkets and some things that look like we might get some money for them. So I put those together. The rest of this, I don't know. Garage sale?
I'm meeting with some historians later on. Maybe they could help us figure out what to do with all this stuff.
Oh, look at this cool Bible. It's got some family history in the middle of it.
What are you doing?
Looking for money.
Oh, give me that.
Let's see. There's Aunt Louise, and Grandma Helen and Grandpa Tim. And then there's some writing I can't read and some people I don't know.
I've been putting this off way too long.
You've been here 2 months already.
Yeah, I walk up here, I look at this, and turn around and walk right back out.
I guess it's about time to start doing something about it then.
Well, I was waiting for you to show up, you know, the split 50-50.
Yeah, when you came back to town, you paid me for my half of the house. That's the split.
Oh, no, you're not getting away with it that easy. There is no way I'm doing this all on my own.
Well, I'll help when I can. Tell you what, why don't you take some of those boxes of memory stuff down and you can look at it in the living room where there's fewer spiders? And then if you find anything important, set it aside and I'll look at it when I come back. But tell you what, if you find that $1 million, we're splitting it.
50-50. Jerry?
Oh, Jim, hi, nice to meet you.
Thanks for meeting with me.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that celebration that you want to do, and you know, it's a really good idea, but I have been trying for years, and nobody seems interested. I sure hope you can make it work.
You and me both. So, what can you tell me about Parktown's history from a perspective that people can really grasp and make their own?
Well, you are talking more trivia here than actual history, but I can tell you back in, what was it, about 1940s, Parktown was home to Colonel Parker's flea circus.
Flea circus.
Yeah. All right, you want more meat? Okay, here you go. Back around Prohibition, the police chief at the time would go to all the speakeasies and he would bust them. And he'd give them a choice. Either you pay a fine or I'm calling the feds and turning you in. Well, of course, they all paid the fines. And then after about 13 years, they had enough money that they were able to build City Park. There is a story that 1931, the City Hall had burned down. And what happened was that the owner of the speakeasy was seen right before the fire. Saw him right before the fire, and they think it was retaliation for all those things. And the person's name was William Billings.
Oh, Billings, as in Mayor Dan Billings?
Same family.
You're kidding, right?
No, Frank Gunder was the police chief back then, and he ran for mayor in 1938, but he got sick before the election and died shortly after. Now, nothing was ever proven. No one was ever charged, but it's pretty well accepted that he did it in retaliation for all those fines he had to pay.
Now, these are the kind of stories we're looking for.
Yeah.
Hello there. I've been looking for you. I understand that you want to talk about a little bit about the history of our city. Well, let me just tell you here. This was William's first time.
All your information is wrong.
Listen, if you're going to rely on Jerry here for information, she's a hack.
Oh, please. I have the proof.
I have the records. Look at this. Right over here. This was William's search property.
No, sir took that land illegally. He did not. He did not.
You pretend to know a lot about our history.
You tell the lives of dead people in town.
You make up stories to justify your facts.
My friend, you're going down.
A history showdown!
More coffee!
William Surrey here alone, please.
He came here with the Indian guys.
He came here with other explorers.
With his dog Jake at his side.
Are you being serious?
South Park never had a dog. I'll give you a dog.
Oh, George Washington.
Abraham Lincoln.
Amelia Earhart.
Ulysses S. Grant.
Andrew Jackson. Try to tell stories.
Dead people can't dispute the facts.
You think it's true if you make your story sound.
Please, you're a genealogy hack.
Oh, bring it on now! Oh, you want a piece of me? Oh, I got to stop about you outside. Come on, girl. Let's go.
No, I'm done here.
I got it.
You are such a hack. That is your
No, you behave yourself, or you're gonna get banned again.
Normally, you have to get a few drinks in them to start them acting up. You must be the first person willing to listen to them for a while. You know, you better get used to this. Maybe you should keep them separated. You too.
I'm Jim Hewlett.
Jim, I was there at the meeting the other day. I know who you are. And, you know, I really like your ideas. But you know, you have a better chance of painting the town pink and accordion players on every corner.
So you're a historian too?
Oh, no. I'm a genealogist. I keep track of all the important people who lived and died here. Dead people she knows. The rest, she has it all wrong.
I'd really like to meet with you as well, but I think right now is probably not the best time.
Well, Jim, here's my card. It has my name, email address, phone number. Give me a call when you want to know the truth.
Okay. So what other stories can you tell me?
Well, let me see. Well, back in the 1800s, the railroad started coming through this part, but not through Parktown. Oh, but we did manage to get the electric trolleys right through here. Yeah.
They talk about history. Let me tell you something. I can tell you more than they can. I'm a fourth-generation resident here. My family's been involved in every aspect of Parktown's growth. We're the ones who have made this city great.
Flower boxes!
They talk like they know history. They maybe know a story, maybe a version. Let me tell you something. If something happened right here in front of you, ask 10 different people what happened, you'll hear 11 different stories. And everyone's got their own preferred version. You know, those negative versions always have a way of showing up right before election time. There's a reason I'm mayor. I've got the skills. I know what makes the city tick. And people are compelled to follow me. Let me tell you. It's not easy being mayor when everybody seems to know better ways to do my job. So I want you all to know that having all this power, it doesn't mean a thing. I'm here to lead the people as your king. Mayor, it's a challenge being mayor when you're always looking back and knowing after 4 years your job's under attack. Some folks speak out against me. I don't count it as a loss. People trust in me because I'm your boss, Mayor. I've come to understand the things that people need. They're all looking for me to be the one to lead. It's a privilege being mayor when during every waking hour I'm leading and deciding with my appointed power. My natural charisma I know can take me far. Here to lead the people as your czar, Mayor. If people saw inside my heart, I would not have a prayer. But people trust in me because I'm mayor.
So, you have the history of everyone in the city?
No, not everyone, just the original founders, business owners, and of course the veterans.
Veterans? Huh. Were there any Revolutionary War veterans living here?
Well, there was Francis Coulter, but he died on his son's farm about 1860. You know, we do have some some Civil War veterans here. About 12 of them. Most of them made it back. Only a few died in the war, though.
Do we have any living relatives of Charles Park?
No, they all moved around 1900. They moved west. Kind of lost track of them. You know, I checked all the genealogy websites, but so far, not even a little hint.
Hey, Jimmy, Billy, good to see you.
I know.
Billy's telling me all about the history of everyone in the town. It's amazing.
It does sound amazing. Chip, come over here a minute. Listen, I don't want you to get your hopes up about this bicentennial thing. It just so happens, though, that the city auditorium is undergoing a massive renovation and remodeling next year, and so there won't be any place to hold your little celebration, your little festival thing. Not only that, there won't be any money in the city budget for any type of city fund celebration, so...
When did this renovation thing happen? I never heard anything about this.
Oh, Jim, this has been part of the mayor's planning list for quite some time. And it's part of my internal budget, so I don't need budget approval, I just need planning approval, which I have.
Dan, you know this would be a huge boost for the city.
I'd have to disagree, Jim. You're going to find that people really don't care about anything but themselves around here. Nobody really cares about history of a town that most of them didn't even grow up in. And that includes yourself.
Anything else, Dan?
While you're here, if you really want to study history, check out the VHS section of the library. You'll find some better movies that are more entertaining and fulfilling than learning about the history of long-forgotten farmers.
Hi there.
See you.
Can't believe I voted for the guy. Then again, he ran uncontested.
It's like he's trying to torpedo this whole idea. What does he care? The city spent a lot more money on stupider ideas.
Like flower boxes, or should I say, our floral exposition.
The old ones were hideous
Oh,
anyway.
we've upgraded to less hideous. You know, Jim, if you're really, truly interested in moving this plan forward for the bicentennial, why don't you talk to the community theater director? He's about the only one that's not in the mayor's pocket.
I don't even know anyone in the community theater. I don't know where to start.
Well, why don't you start at the head librarian here?
The librarian?
The director's wife?
Thanks for meeting with me, Ron.
Hey, Jim, I'm glad I hear you're from here.
Well, yeah, I was born here. I had to leave when I was 11 because my father died, but my sister, she stayed. She was older. She had to stay and finish high school. But my mother died, and I came back to help sort out her affairs. And, you know, I'm thinking maybe I'm going to stay. It's kind of a life reset. Anyway, do you understand what I'm trying to do here?
Some kind of presentation.
Bicentennial.
A bicentennial. Okay. Do you have any songs?
No, I'm really just kind of making this up as I go along.
How about a script?
No.
Words put together? Letters after? Nothing? Do you have any ideas?
Well, I've got some ideas that the historians drew up for me.
All right, well, let me take a look here. Oh, the trains have a good one. That's a good one. Now, the mayor's never going to go for that one. Civil War. That's a good one. And the class of 31, the high school. That. Why don't you work on those three and see what we can come up with?
All right. Man, I'm going to need a lot of help with this. But, you know, I think I know just who to call.
Well, so anyway, that's how I ended up staying here.
Well, I selling insurance in Virginia, my big career after my degree in economics.
You got a degree in economics?
Yeah, it seemed like the right thing to do at the time, but to tell you the truth, I still don't really know what I want to do with my life.
So what are you doing now?
Selling insurance. Well, I'm trying to get licensed to sell insurance here anyway. Really, I'm just spending my time cleaning my mom's house out and reading a lot.
So you're planning on staying here?
I think so. My sister didn't want the house, so I bought her half. I've been spending my time reading a lot of history. Oh, history! Hey, could you stay for dinner?
Sure.
Great, because I've got these historians coming over, and I'm not really looking forward to taking them on by myself.
Oh.
Oh, come on, please.
Well, all right. I don't have any other plans. Maybe I'll learn something.
Great. We can start by making dinner.
This is why I'm still single.
Come on, guys. This is an opportunity to teach people about the history of Parktown, the history you yourselves have discovered. I mean, you both care about history, and you both know an awful lot about Parktown.
The mayor already told me that he was not going to approve anything that you were going to do, so I have absolutely no idea why I am here with her.
Well, I don't need a seat for this.
Stop. Listen, I know you two don't exactly see eye to eye on how things went down here in Parktown. But here's the story. The mayor wants nothing to do with any kind of bicentennial celebration at all. Nothing. But I've already got the community theater agreeing to help us put something together. But I'm going to need your help from both of you to put it together.
I don't think that this is...
Come on, guys. You know that this is something the city needs. Some identity.
It'll make the mayor mad, and I know you don't really care much for the mayor.
Well, he is a jerk. I mean, I could probably give you a little bit more information about Parktown's history.
Well, if it's gonna make the mayor mad, I guess you can count me in. And besides, if you're gonna rely on Jerry for information, you're gonna need me.
Hey, not
kidding, just kidding, not kidding.
All right, let me show you some of the ideas that I've had so far based on what you've already told me.
All right, let's see here. Jim, you said that you were born here, right?
Oh, well, yeah,
And this is your mother's house?
Well, yeah, when my mom and dad got married, her parents gave them the house as a wedding gift because they lived there and they moved to Virginia.
What was her maiden name?
James. She was Linda James.
Linda James. Okay, and how long has this been in your family?
Oh, jeez. Let's see, my mom, she was born here, and actually, I don't really know. Oh, wait a second. We found this Bible up in the attic, and it has some kind of family tree or something. Might that help?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Let me go grab it.
So, Jim's roped you into this project too?
I guess right now I'm just here for moral support.
There's a whole bunch of names in here, but the ink is faded and kind of hard to read.
Oh, wait. You know, this looks like your family's lineage, your mom's lineage, Jim.
And your mother, Linda Hewitt, was born Linda James. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That means, looks like her mother was Deborah James. Huh? Jerry, does that name sound familiar?
You have got to be kidding me. Wait, you can read the letter G, but the rest is faded. It's right there.
Jim, take a look here.
What are you guys talking about?
Look, about 100 years ago, right over here. It makes sense.
Is that true?
Right.
Mary, you can't tell anybody about this.
See this name, and now look at that name. Uh-huh.
You know?
This is unbelievable.
It is.
This is...
You know, I have to agree with Jerry here because I've got a lot of work to do. I got to get this all together yet.
If you think this is the right thing to do, then we definitely have to make this happen. Mary, we have to keep this to ourselves.
I think we can get you some good material.
I don't know what I would say anyway, but whatever it is, I'm sure it's gonna work out fine, Jim.
You know that it's easy to keep something secret. I don't even know what the secret thing is. It's easy to say I just don't know a thing. When the secret is I don't really know. They give me the burden of secrets to keep for you. Is this something friends do to friends? Or are you all just Facebookish friends? An acquaintance that is all for show. You know that it's easy to keep something secret. I don't even know what the secret thing is. It's easy to say I just don't know a thing. When the secret is I don't really know.
All left days. Leaves the women here when all the men are gone. We'll keep running here in spite. All the men have gone to fight, while the war of the rebellion lingers on.
Great song, the Civil War here in Parktown. I really did. That was fantastic. What else you guys got for me?
When I was doing research, which I never do, I found that researchers back in the day, or these city planners, were so lazy that they marked every single lot along Center Road as retail back in the 1960s.
I wonder if they got a bonus for mattress stores.
Well, I do a lot of research.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Wow.
And I found out that the stop 35, the train came right through here. 35 was on the county line.
Yeah.
It took forever, but finally stop 36 right here in the middle of Center Street.
No way!
Yes, way!
I can't believe that. Well, you know, I've been doing some research, and you know what happens when I get to do research?
We're in trouble.
We're not having fun.
We're
doing it wrong. Well, I was in until 2:30 in the morning last night. They came up with a brand new number. Come on, guys. Come on, I'll tell you about it. Hit it.
Interurban is going to town. Interurban is going around. On the interurban, I can go most any place. Get off and stop 36. 36 for medicine printing. 36 for the hardware store. I'm picking up prescriptions, and I can pick up a whole lot more. Getting off at 36. Getting off at 36. At 36, I can get most anything. The interurban is going to town. The interurban is going around. On the interurban, I can go most any place. Get off and stop 36. 36 for Dr. Lewis. 36 for Betty Fair. I'm picking up my feet corn. Let's get into my hair. Getting off at 36. Getting off at 36. At 36, I can get most anything. Getting off and stop 36. Getting off and stop 36. The interurban is going to town, and Parktown's where I'm bound. I'm the interurban, I go most any place. I'm the interurban, I go most any place.
Inspired. Well, Jim, I really glad you stopped by here. We've been working really hard here.
So I understand you come from a long line of part-time teachers.
Well, I do, but I heard you had an idea for a song.
If you guys think it's all right, I came up with an idea for a bicentennial.
Well, tell us about it. Tell us about it.
The bicentennial
What?
to teach millennials.
No, but, you know, actually, when you were talking about my ancestors, you know, they did come here. My great-great-grandmother came here, and then they were all teachers, and they used to have all kinds of different little towns around here. But in 1931, They all came together and they had their first high school right here in Parktown.
Well, who taught the students before then?
Well, they just were in different towns around here, all the different villes, you know, Strongsville, Brecksville, the Bills, that kind of deal. But in Parktown came together, and you know what I did? I had Mary and Aiden sing a song and write a song about it. What do you think? Come on, guys, come up here and sing a song.
Making it clear, her song, not mine.
No, it's both of our songs.
No.
You love it.
No.
This town is 22 years old. New high school, clean and bright. Prepare to bring our students back. Our senior year unite. 5 high schools combined. A class of 25. One final year has come to share this moment in our lives. We're the class of 31. When our senior year is done, different pathways will go down. Leave our mark on the timeline of our hometown.
Not bad.
We've been together this last year, and when our time is done, when we complete our senior year, our community as one. Percolator and your staff, football, drama, sports and glee, orchestra and service club for our hometowns, beach and green. We're the class of 31. When our senior year is done, different pathways will go down. Leave our mark on the timeline of our hometown. We're the class of 31. When our senior year is done, different pathways will go down. Leave our mark on the timeline of our hometown.
Wow. Well, Jim, I can definitely say, I think I can speak for all you guys, we're definitely in on this. Is the show we want to do in the spring.
Yeah, we think this is way better than what we were originally going to do for the spring show.
My God, what was that?
Oh, the celebration of the Johns.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Oh, it was a lovely compilation of the music of John Philip Sousa, John Bon Jovi, and John Denver.
So I could definitely say that this is much better. It's called, that little John thing was called an EAE. It's
enigmatic amalgam exposition. Statler did it last year. It was terrible.
Oh, so I think this is what we definitely want to do now instead.
Well, I'm planning on sticking around. I'm going to need all the help I can get, so I'm here.
Well, we're all in. I think we should do it.
Great. Well, I've got to run, so I'll keep in touch.
Okay, great. All right, guys. What else can we come up with?
Well, you guys can dig in wherever you want to. This all has to be gone through at some point. I just, if you see anything valuable, let me know.
Have you gotten rid of anything yet?
Well, not much. We did find some jewelry. It was all costume. We found some pummels and some glassware, and we put them on eBay and got a couple $100 for those.
That's good.
And then there's just some like documents and history stuff and clothes, furniture, and holiday decorations Did I mention holiday decorations?
Oh. Tracy, you said documents and stuff.
Where are those? Well, Jim took some of them downstairs, but there's some boxes like that one that I haven't looked through.
So, I think I'm just gonna go check on that furniture you said you had. You said it was in your family for generations?
Well, we've always owned the house, so I guess, yeah.
Tracy, have you looked at these documents? There's ledgers and files, and they look like old city files dating back about 80, 90 years. Look at that.
Wait, look at this. The fire!
There's never been a fire here.
No. City Hall, or what it was City Hall, was actually in the police station, but that was just, never mind, that's another story. But it caught on fire, and and Frank Gunder died before he was able to bring the files back to City Hall, before they rebuilt it.
And they probably brought it here for safekeeping.
Oh my God, there is so much history here.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to go through this and then take it back to the city archives.
Take it! Take more! You know what? City archives could really use some holiday decorations.
You know what? I am so excited. I can finally pull out my Sherlock hat.
You know, this is gonna reveal huge revelations, and we are just the team to find it. When it comes to history, I'm a super sleuth. I study history, trying to find the truth. Unraveling each mystery by understanding history. When it comes to history, I'm a super sleuth.
When it comes to history, I'm a super sleuth. I'm obsessed with history since my youth. I study every day and night. I hope I got it kinda right. When it comes to history, I'm a super sleuth. Look what I found!
Sing hey, 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 I'm a super sleuth. Hey, 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 I'm a super sleuth. My hat's better. You know I won't be satisfied till I find out who's lived and died. Hey, 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 I'm a super sleuth.
Sing hey, 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 I'm a super sleuth.
Sing hey, 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 I'm a super sleuth.
All my free time is spent with everything that came and went when it comes to history. Super sleuth.
Ready? Sing hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Come on.
Sing hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Say, hey, hey.
All right.
When it comes to hey, hey, I'm a super sleuth. That's stuff.
Hey, 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 I'm a super sleuth. All our free time is spent with everything that came and went. When it comes to history, we are super sleuths.
Well, looks like the history girls are back at it again.
Oh, we have been going through all those records from your attic, and there are a few surprises.
We found the mystery of William Sturck's property. You know, the one along Route 14?
Yeah, all the land records show that the property was legally Sturck's at least till 1938. Found out it was a bullshit!
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up. A vulsion. So is that a good thing?
Listen, the files in your attic held the truth. The property line right here, the river moved after the flood. They settled the dispute back in, what, 1924?
And no one remembered because it was all in your parents' attic.
And that's not all. Take a look at that. Yep.
A ledger?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. This is it then, huh?
Yep.
Sure is.
I'm meeting with Dan here this morning.
Oh, crap.
No, it's okay. I'll figure out what to do with this information, and meanwhile, you guys just keep up the hunt for more stories.
I think we were just leaving. Yeah, just we're heading over to Statler. They're having an open house at their homestead. Bye-bye. Go, Ronnie.
Oh, hey, good morning, Dan.
It is morning, Jim. Meeting you like this doesn't make it good.
I need to talk to you about what we're trying to do here.
I think I've said all I have to say to you.
Oh, come on, Dan. We were best friends growing up. Don't treat me like I'm some kind of enemy, because I'm not.
That was a long time ago. Me and my family, we never left this town. This city's history is my family's legacy, and that's all I have. You know my family's been here 125 years. All we've accomplished so far, a tiny diner and bar. With all my relatives gone, they left me here all alone. Somehow being the man, their legacy in my hands. My responsibility is to preserve my family tree. No one to truly show me how. I don't want to see it in here and now.
Dan, I know about your family's history, and I know this restaurant's been in your family for 100 years.
105!
5 of them.
I am the mayor of this town. My name gets bantered around, but when I'm gone, you can bet my name you're gonna forget. It's not like anyone cares. No building's name anywhere. You know you're soon gonna find we left nothing behind. My responsibility is to preserve my family tree. No one to truly show me how. I don't want to see it in here and now. No, I don't want to see it in here and now.
Sit down. Listen, I know about your family's history, and I know you know about my family's history, especially my mother's history here. In fact, I just found out about myself recently.
What else?
The fire.
My family had nothing to do with
I
that.
don't care. It's not like we were ever gonna.
People lied. I don't know why, but people lied.
It's not like we would ever use that in the show anyway, Dan. You know the show? We're doing a show about the bicentennial.
You know I'm not supporting that.
Why not?
Jim, history is constantly being manipulated by those who want to change how people and times are remembered. You've seen it for yourself. And projects like this just open up old wounds, and people will get hurt. You know, history can be used as a weapon.
You mean Charlie and Frank? Or should I say great-grandfather Charlie and great-grandfather Frank?
Who told you? Jerry.
Yeah, and then we found the ledger.
A ledger?
It's not like we would ever use that in the show anyway. There's so many other things that I think people would want to learn about Parktown's history.
Why would someone who didn't grow up here be so concerned about our history?
That's not fair. My family has just as much history as yours.
And that's why I called the director and told him to cancel this whole thing. They said they're going to do a tribute to John Bon Jovi or something like that.
No, you can't do that.
I already did.
Dan, we need your support for this to work. Why not be the mayor that supports the city and encourages people to learn about their history?
I can't do that, Jim, unless there's some way that you can ensure that neither me or my family aren't going to get mentioned in any part of this thing that you're doing. There's too much at risk.
How am I supposed to do that? You're just going to have to trust me.
Jim, sit down. Order the breakfast, all right? Here. Order breakfast. Think about what I'm telling you. Do not order the sausage. My wife makes it from scratch.
Of course. Nobody's home and he's left the doors unlocked. Oh, man, this place is just the same as it was when we were kids. Oh, what happened at the time? When did we all grow up to be politicians, hairdressers, and insurance agents? How did growing up turn us into, I don't know, different people? But it hasn't really. I mean, we're all basically the same. I think we just forgot how close we were growing up. You know, I never really thought about it, but I loved my friends then. And I love them still. How do you try to understand love when you didn't even know it was there? We had faith in each other like sisters and brothers, just moments of us growing up. Now I know as I grow, these friends have never left my mind. Here I go. Well, I suppose in my heart I know I've loved them all the time. We see each other almost every day. We learn and we laugh and connected as we play. We took it for granted. We never knew how. I long for those friends. I still feel that same way now. Now I know as I grow, these friends have never left my mind. Here I go. Well, I suppose in my heart I know I love them all the time. I'd see them every now and then. I briefly flash to the ones upon them. I see in their faces and know in my heart they were always there from the very start. Now I know as I grow, these friends have never left my mind. Here I go. Well, I suppose in my heart I know I've loved them all. Now I know as I grow, these friends have never left my mind. Here I go. Well, I suppose in my heart I know I've loved them all the time. In my heart I know I've loved them all the time. You're stressing. I can tell you're making that face.
What face? It's this whole bicentennial thing. Damn things were out to get him.
What? How? Why?
Do you remember when we had the historians here and we found that amazing information in my attic?
Well, I know there was something you guys all thought was interesting, but
Oh, that must be Harry. I'll tell you about it later.
of course.
Hi, Harry. Come on in. Can I get you something to drink?
I'm good. You mentioned you had an urgent matter?
Yeah, please sit down.
Good evening, Mary.
Hi, Harry. How are you? It's good to see you. Are you staying for dinner?
Nope. My wife will have dinner waiting for me in a bit, so I'll be heading home soon.
Well, hey, when you get home, have her call me because she's due for another haircut.
Oh, no. You call her. I'm not allowed to have anything to do with her hair color or why she might need it. You might as well ask me to go home and tell her to lose a few pounds. Then you can come visit me in the hospital.
All right. I have some information to share and an idea I think is going to make an important change in Parktown.
Well, you know, that's what Agnes Fairchild said when she proposed the new flower flower box.
I just need a few minutes of your time.
Well, go on.
Okay, so my mother was born pay attention, Linda James. Her mother was born Deborah Gunders. My great-grandfather was Frank Gunders.
So?
Okay, my great-grandfather Frank Gunders was the first police chief in Parktown, about 1915. Okay, Sue's Soup and Sandwich in next door, the Hickory Tavern, they've both been in Dan Billings' family for generations. Okay, during Prohibition, Dan's great-grandfather converted the tavern into a restaurant, but still sold liquor in the back at night. He ran a speakeasy. Not only that, he made the liquor in a barn and sold it in all the neighboring counties as well. That's where their family made their fortune. Okay, so my great-grandfather, the police chief, used to go in there on a regular basis and bust the place. But he'd never shut it down, he'd just fine them. They just treated it kind of like a tax. All right, so now 2 years before Prohibition ends, the city hall burns down. Witnesses say they saw the owner of the bar running from the city hall just before the fire started. No one was ever charged for it. Insurance just paid for a new city hall, and life went on. The chief just kept on collecting fines, and all that money went to a special account. Okay, now here's the interesting part. 10 years later, all that money that was collected was used to purchase land that became Center Road Park. Oh, don't you get it? I think Dan is afraid that everyone's going to find out that his great-grandfather was a outlaw or a rum runner or pyromaniac or something.
And this is what's gotten you so upset?
Well, yeah.
You know, that fire might have been started some other way.
What are you talking about?
Well, we have family stories too.
Such as?
Well, my grandmother used to tell stories a lot when she was drinking, and she drank a lot. A lot.
Get on with it, Mary.
Anyway, the story she told us was that her mother, my great-grandmother, was the leader of one of those local temperance society groups, you know, the ones that were in charge of promoting prohibition. Well, so the story she told us was that her and the ladies of the town had been preparing to burn down the local speakeasy because the police chief wasn't shutting them down. Well, so late one night, her and the ladies of the town were waiting outside the old town hall, waiting for the secret pub across the street to close so they could set it on fire. Well, when all of a sudden, one of the ladies, and this could have been my great-grandmother for all I know, set the old town hall on fire by accident instead. Well, when the police chief and fire department showed up, they told them they saw the owner of the bar running away from the building before the fire broke out. Well, I mean, that was almost 90 years ago. I mean, we never thought to tell anyone about it. I mean, who cares now anyway, right? Well, we never thought, all right, well, we suspected that it could be true. Well, just don't include anything about the bar in the show.
All the information is out there, and they're going to figure out that's where Dan's family got their money. If people figure out where to look, they're going to find it. And Dan knows that.
No wonder he's mad at you. Afraid of it.
Jim, what are we going to do now? Dan's thinking everyone in town's going to find out about this fire and blame him and his family.
Yeah, in an election year, no less.
Wow. Ooh.
Dan, I thought I might find you here.
Go away. Leave me alone.
Dan, you need help, and I need to talk to you.
I said go away.
Daniel Joseph Billings, you better stop what you're doing and talk with me right now.
Can't find them.
Find what?
The files. Jim said there were files. I need to find them.
Dan, I don't even think the files you're looking for have been put back down here yet.
Oh, he told you too. Who haven't they told?
Yes, I've seen them, but they don't involve you. Dan, there's some important things I need to tell you.
They do involve me. They involve my family's history. That defines who I am.
No, you are you. people of Parktown, they didn't vote you in for who you're related to. It's for who you are.
For who I am. Do you know what my degrees are for in college? Anthropology and archaeology. I was going to be Indiana Jones. I'm a terrible Indiana Jones. All I have is being mayor and serving the people. That's all I have.
The people of Parktown know you're the person they chose to lead, so just do that. There's nothing you can do about your past, let alone what your great-grandfather was up to. That leads me to something else. I need to apologize.
What?
My great-grandmother was the one who actually started the old town hall on fire. I never knew it was anything more than a story, and I never knew how it affected you and your family. Please forgive me and my family. Now, come on, people will overlook our family's histories, but they're going to be concerned if you start acting crazy. Now here, you used to love these. Do you remember when you didn't get chosen for the softball team at recess? What was that? 5th grade? Who was there for you?
You were, and you gave me peanut butter crackers.
And who else was there for you?
Jim was there, and we told jokes in the oak tree in the schoolyard until class started.
People are starting to wonder what happened to Dan.
Hey, Jim, are we friends?
Well, yeah, of course.
We used to be friends.
It used to be that you two were my only friends, only friends. I'm older now and looking back, it doesn't make any sense. Because our situation determined our narration. We had a strong foundation. When did it come apart?
When we were young, you two were always there, always cared. Now I'm back, I sense a lack of acknowledgement anywhere. Are we going through the motions, expressing our devotions? Do we even have a notion? Do we even have a care?
We walked away when we got a little older. I grew up and I got a little bolder. Different paths from the eyeless beholder. I stayed here to run this town. My relationships are giving me the runaround. Ever since Jimmy came back here to Parktown, I believe he's preparing for a takedown. We're no longer on the playground. History is not my fate. You're not the ones who kept me here. You never sent me Christmas cards. I sent one to you every year. You reminisce when we grew up. All comes across as insincere. So why are you my friends? We walked away when we got a little older. I grew up and I got a little older. Different paths from the honest beholder. I stayed here to run this town. Now I'm back. Ever since Jimmy came here to Parktown, I believe he's preparing for a takedown. We're no longer on the playground. History is not my fate. You're not the ones who kept me here. You never sent me cards. I sent one to you every year. You reminisce when we grew up. All comes across as insincere. So why are you my friends? Are we all still friends? Are we all still friends?
Glad you're okay. Are you okay?
I'm okay. Listen, Jim, I have to apologize.
For what?
Being such a jerk. I mean, I want you to do your play or celebration or festival or whatever it is. Just go ahead and do it.
Thank you, Dan. That means everything. Can you imagine how crazy it would be if we had a bicentennial celebration for the city and nobody from City Hall or City Council showed up?
Listen, you're right. You're right. I need to support this as mayor. Now, what about you running for mayor?
Me? No. You? Yes. I never wanted to be anything but your friend.
Have you heard his public speaking?
Yeah.
Dan, we're not here to take your jobs or discredit you or anything like that. Now, come on. A lot of people are looking for you, and you better have a good story for your wife. Maybe you could tell her how hard you've been working on that bicentennial project.
See where this is going. Thanks.
You sure you're okay? You didn't?
I'm so glad you're doing this. And don't worry, it's gonna work out just fine. So stop stressing. I'll take a picture and put it on Facebook this time. Come on, put a big smile on.
First, I wanted to thank you all for coming to this presentation of the Parktown Bicentennial Musical Review. I want to thank Ron Carving for helping me put this together, and to the dozens of people who contributed a wealth of historical knowledge to bring this presentation to you. I would like to invite Mayor Billings and Council President Fisk to the stage for this inaugural performance. Gentlemen. During my research, I uncovered many interesting and unusual facts about Parktown, much of which will be presented on this stage shortly. We found some information, however, that directly impacts everyone here today, and I have been working with Council President Fisk and the entire City Council for this special recognition. Harry!
Mayor Billings, during our research for this event, we became aware of some fascinating history regarding your ancestry and that of other key members of this community. As a result, we now believe that through false rumor and failure to recognize good works, the city of Parktown has done your family a disservice, which we hope to correct. Folks, you all should know that for many years during the 1920s and 30s, Dan's great-grandfather routinely provided funds to the city that were set aside and then used to create our beloved Center Road Park. Now, in honor of this fine contribution and many other contributions of the Billings family to the growth of our community, City Council has voted unanimously to rename Center Road Park as Billings Memorial Park, and to present you with this award bearing the image of your great-grandfather and declaring the Billings to be Parktown's bicentennial family.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank all the people that put this together, Jim and your people and City Council, of course, and all of you. Thank you.
All right, woo! Let's get this celebration going. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have a special presentation for you, live from Parktown, a bicentennial celebration. Make sure you're turning those flashes off, but do post those photos and videos on Facebook and Twitter. We have one more show tomorrow at 3 o'clock for the bicentennial. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Parktown's Bicentennial!
Jim, I just wanted to thank you for putting this all together and for everything that you did for me and my family. That was really, really nice. I'm really not so pleased that I saw petitions going around for you to run for mayor.
Oh, that's just some people that,
We are so
this wasn't me. I don't know who put this together, but it definitely wasn't me. I don't want to be mayor. You do the job best. I don't want anything to do with politics in this city. I just want to help it grow and get better. I don't have to be mayor to do that. Tell you what. There, does that prove it?
Yeah.
Dan, do you remember when we were kids? We used to have lunch together every single day.
Yes. I also remember when we had lunch and I would turn my back. You were always the first person to break into my lunchbox and steal my pudding cup. You thought you were so clever. But I always caught you. Because you would always forget the spoon.
I remember. What do you say we revisit that tradition? Maybe 2-3 times a week?
Jim, come on. Think about this. 2 to 3 times a week, that's an awful lot. It's kind of excessive. Well, how about if we try 1 day a week and see how that goes?
Lunch it is.
Lunch it is.
All right, separate checks, of course.
Of course.
And you also have to promise that we'll have another bicentennial next year.
We just went through this.
Well, bicentennial can be 200 years from anything. So maybe next year is a bicentennial of Parktown's first outhouse.
Why don't we talk about that over lunch, shall we?
It's our bicentennial, our bicentennial. It's our bicentennial, dear our testimonial. The most important parts of life are not material. When we look at our history going back so many years, we don't know exactly what we'll find.
The story we share, reflecting on the things we left behind.
This town's a part of me, it's never left my heart. Now I'm back, it's clear to me, I always knew where to start. Back home in Parktown. Parktown, probably gonna die. Parktown, probably gonna die here. Parktown, probably gonna die here. Parktown, probably gonna die here. Parktown.